Órale, Cholo Trucker, Mas movies and shows. And here we got the Netflix movie, Society of the Snow. I don't think you could find it anywhere else. I think it's strictly on Netflix. I could be wrong, but I believe it's strictly just on Netflix only. Now, this movie came out in 2023 and it is 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie is actually a foreign movie. It's from Uruguay, down in South America. So, what they ended up doing, instead of putting subtitles, they actually do English voiceovers. And I'll be real with you guys, man. They actually do a really, really good job of it. You know, like those old Asian films, those old ninja movies or whatever movies, the voiceover is terrible. Here you don't really see it that much, man, unless you're actually truly paying attention to the lip movement. um how much is it really matching up with the English words? Unless you're truly, truly paying attention to that, you don't really capture it that bad. Or you don't really capture it that much. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna leave the trailer for this movie pinned in the comment section. Now, here's the thing. I have never, ever, 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 ever heard of this movie ever before. It is a true story that took place back in 1972, where this plane crashes. I forgot with how many people. I think I want to say 40 plus people. And they were out there for over 70 days, um, stranded in the snow. And it is a crazy, crazy story. Again, this is a true story. Now, there's plenty of movies like this, but for one reason or another, this one hits a little different. Um, the building of the characters in the movie I thought was done pretty damn well. It follows one guy who goes by the name of Numa. Um, he seems to be the one telling the story, and I thought they did really good and just showing um the struggle of they're smart. I mean, they're very, very smart individuals, right? They're a rugby team. They're tough guys. Obviously, when the plane crashed, you had some injuries, but these guys were pretty smart, man. These guys were pretty smart, and they kind of knew. I don't want to say they knew what to do, but for what they had around them, I thought they were doing a pretty damn good job in surviving, and some of the little gadgets that they made to survive. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. I don't know if I would have thought of that. But the characters I thought were good. The voiceovers, didn't bother me one bit. Different decision makings. It never got me very frustrated. When it comes to movies like this, usually you got one guy or a couple of guys where you get like pissed off at, like, oh my goodness, dog. Like, you know what? Just kill this dude. Kill this dude so you won't have that problem anymore. Just, you know what I mean? Just whack him, Holmes. All right, because this guy's being an issue. I I never found myself like that with any one of the characters in the movie. Maybe you guys might if you guys watch this movie, but I never really did. Yes, there's disagreements here and there, but for the most part, you could see that these guys are all wanting the best to survive. And like I said, they're rugby players, so they're pretty rough around the edges kind of guys, man. Now, this movie is long, okay? And when I say long, this movie is almost 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours long, but it's worth it. I believe it is worth it. Um, the way it started, all the way to the way it ended, I do not have an issue with it. Like I said, I've never heard of this movie ever before. I was just on Netflix, scrolling through a few things, And the picture that you see right here came across, and I'm like, what's this? Is it a series or what's going on here? I read the description. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and check it out. And it had me hooked, man. It was a damn good story. And just knowing that this was a true story, really got me even more interested. And wow, what an incredible story. I highly recommend this movie. Again, you're gonna have to carve out a good chunk of your day because this movie, like I said, it's almost 2.5 hours long. So you're gonna have to carve out, a nice little chunk there. But recommend it. I think it was done really good. Again, it's a foreign movie. This is a South American movie. But nonetheless, you guys can find on Netflix, and I mean, I think it's really good, man. I don't know if I'll say it's great, but it's right in between good and great. But I do recommend it. Society of the Snow. Cholo Trucker, Moss Movies and Shows. I'll catch you guys on next one.